great holiday, getting over the Bailes de Sonhos. And here in Rio de Janeiro, we had 16,000 strong.
Mm-hmm.
Then we did Spirit de Santos in a couple of other cities. And we're kind of getting over that. But the Thanksgiving was great. And, every day is Thanksgiving for me. You know what my philosophy is.
Yep.
And the Santa Claus season. I was clausing all over the place. That's
spreading the Christmas cheer throughout the neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
as we should. It's a special time of the year, and I love the holidays. Being with the kids and spending time, taking a little bit of R&R, but still working and grinding. Had to do my New Year's Eve gig, so on and so forth. So I enjoy the balance. It's a good little balance for myself.
And everybody, give yourselves a great round of applause. Got through another circle around the sun, and hopefully we didn't have to go through very much bad things. And I'm not going to say they're going to go through everybody. Sometimes, we need to go through something.
Yeah.
Even if it's positive, you got to let go some other things. So I hope everybody, has really great things that they're looking forward to for this new year.
Absolutely.
And hope everybody's blessed. Let's go, Felix. Who we got?
Oh my God. I've been dying to interview this young lady. She is amazing. One of the biggest freestyle records in South Florida. Every time you go to a concert, to a club, to a venue, this song is played throughout the night. I'm talking about Take Me in Your Arms, and it's none other than our girl, Little Suzy.
Hello. Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Oh, we're doing amazing.
Good. And everybody can see she ain't little no more. She's adult.
No.
Adult Suzy.
Now middle-aged Suzy.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
I know you got some lined up stuff for her, Felix, to talk about.
Well, I've never had a chance to interview Suzy before, so I just wanted to kind of say congratulations on all your success first and foremost. And I did my research. I looked around a little bit, and I found, I believe this may be one of your first music videos. So let's take a quick peek at that.
I got a feeling somebody's gonna be embarrassed.
Is this it right here?
She's like,
yes, that's an almost 13-year-old little Suzy.
Oh my God, you were so old.
Wow.
So spotted in her natural habitat.
Where did you film this video?
It was in Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that's Tompkins. I don't know how to pronounce it. Tompkins.
Is that Tompkins Square Park?
Tompkins. It is. I believe so.
Yeah, I did a breakdancing event there a few years ago. All right.
Did you? Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not really. I'm from New York. I'm, born in Brooklyn. I was there till I was 11.
Brooklyn girl.
New York. Can't you hear it?
just a little bit, Suzy. Just a little bit.
You don't even have to try to exaggerate it. That's all I'm trying to say. Just talk regularly. The New York just comes all the way out.
That's the Brooklyn, Staten Island girl in me.
Oh my God.
That was an incredible, time of the year. Was that 1990 around there?
91, 92, around there.
91, 92. So you got into the freestyle scene at a young age. What was the deal with that? How did that transpire?
I did. Well, I first started singing actually in nightclubs. My dad, who always worked a million jobs for our family, was a bouncer in clubs in Brooklyn. And he saw a little something in me when I was little, and I would be singing Madonna, Tina Turner. And he said, I want to see if she would be afraid. I want to put her on stage, and if she would go up there and, and sing. So I went up, I dressed up, I sang Madonna, Tina Turner, you name it. And I loved it, and the crowd loved it. And I was like, they would hire me, all these different clubs. They thought I was adorable to open up for other singers. I opened up for the Village People.
Here we are 40 years later. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's insane. It's insane. Yeah. And I got my first record contract when I was 8. So
Stop it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like super. That's like Michael Jackson.
Who did you have to put on the contract? Your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa? You had to put everybody.
My parents, everybody.
Yeah, everybody had to co-sign that thing, boy.
That's right. Right.
That's pretty amazing. Now, when you first went in the studio, who was trying to guide you as far as a style is concerned? That was a good question, Felix. Who was kind of like guiding? Like, what are you going to sing as a 8-year-old? But I want to know, how did you wind up doing the freestyle format?
That's a difficult question. I was always into pop music, and that was, freestyle was popular with my parents at the time. So that's what
Okay.
I grew up with. I grew up with disco and dance. My parents are young. My parents are 66 and 68.
Hmm.
Right.
So that's
Yes.
a
Yes.
lot of the genre and the fan base. That's the
That's
age.
my
So
same that's my same age. So
yeah,
you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking you were 8 years old when we first came out, kind of thing.
right.
So
Yeah. So that was like
I'm
80
thinking
87 for me.
87, 88. You were just eight
Yeah.
years
Yeah.
old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do I think that you've kind of always been with us?
I have just as a fetus.
Oh, you just
She's always been there in some form
because she
or
was.
fashion.
Yes, 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 yes. Because I guess I didn't ever imagine you to be so young. Because I always see you as our peer, age wise. So
Thank you.
nobody ever got a chance to see you pretty much unless they did a show with you. And I didn't realize that you were so young at the time. Did I lose her audio, Felix?
No,
Okay,
she's there.
gotcha.
Yeah.
She's there. And I always looked at you as somebody that kind of was the same age as us. I mean, I knew I was always 10 years older than everybody, but I
Right.
considered you I thought you would still be in your like
Yeah.
46s, 50s, but
No,
you just got
I'll
to be
be
a
45.
teenager. You just got to be a
Yeah, I
teenager.
wish. Those days are over, but
So
it
now, who
happens
who
to the
took you in
best
the
of us, right? I got the gray
yeah.
hairs now. I'm like, oh.
Who took you in the studio to do the freestyle stuff? I mean, who was it that said, you know what, we're
So
not going to go after who was popular. We want to do freestyle. And I know it's come from your parents,
no,
maybe.
no, yeah, but no one ever said, freestyle. It was pop or like, kind of dance music. And my first single wasn't, to me, it wasn't very freestyly. It was more of like R&B ish kind of pop that I put out
From the
with
same
my
producers.
first record contract from Fever Records. Andy Panza
Oh,
did
with
it,
Andy. Okay,
and
guys. See,
Andy Panza
now
and
you
Tony
give me a
Moran.
picture. See, now you're giving me a
Right,
picture who was your
right,
handlers, and I'm going to say it that way with
yeah,
respect, was saying, this
hmm
is how we're going to promote her, push her voice.
right,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I would
right,
love to hear what else you were working on at the time to see how
right.
what their thinking was in the beginning, because to think that you were going to be a freestyle diva is kind of hard for them to hard for me to believe that that's what they were thinking at the time. I'm thinking Debbie
Yeah,
Gibson. I'm thinking Tiffany. I'm thinking
yes. And
Jennifer.
if you listen to my first album, there was a lot of Debbie Gibson and stuff influence in my
Okay.
music.
Okay. So
So
you did. So you didn't just. You actually had your feet in the water in that
right,
super pop, what I would say
yeah,
top 100 poppy stuff.
right,
But you
yeah.
had you
Always
had a
always dancey stuff we were into.
yeah, but then you were not tiptoeing into the freestyle, because now Take Me in Your Arms came out when?
I think that was 92. It was like 91, 92.
Mm.
So we had already been around 4 years
Yeah. So I was
before.
a late comer.
Okay, so you came on the scene in what year? So you came on the scene in
So
'94,
no, so 91, 92 would Take Me in Your Arms.
right?
And I was 12 turning 13. When
Gotcha.
I was 8, that was when I was with Fever Records, and I released that song. It obviously didn't do well. They
Mm.
let me go from my contract, which was great. Um, and then a couple of years later, I met up with Tony Garcia from High Power Records when my
So
parents
Tony,
met
so
up with him.
Tony did Take Me in Your Arms.
Tony did
Tony
Take
did
Me in
that.
Your Arms. Yes, yeah.
Gotcha. So now it just all the puzzle just came, because
Yeah.
yeah, most of Tony's songs are dominating the freestyle stage here for Bailes dos Sonhos. Most of
Hmm.
Tony's productions are some of the hottest, and he's got to be top 3 producers of all time here for Brazil in all of his songs.
Oh,
So
cool. I didn't know that.
and include and yours is number one. You know, no, really.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever told?
I can see. I can see a lot on my Instagram fans from Brazil constantly. It's so beautiful.
Yes, it's another line dance song that is very popular out there. So yeah,
they send me the videos of them dancing. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I think that there was something missed, and then I made this plain to Peter Fontaine, and I make it plain to Naija when she comes over. I think it's it was sort of like a spiritual thing for me, because I had to show these artists how big they were. It was like on another planet. Mm-hmm. And if for some reason you had never been able to leave off of wherever your turf was or wherever your land is, to come and say, hey, these people really fucking love you, man. You can't fathom it. You can kind of say, oh, okay, I've been to some shows. People love me. That's, no big deal. But when you see these people from 10,000 miles away and they don't even speak English, mm-hmm. and it's a spiritual awakening. So, and I don't want to be redundant with that term, but after all these years, Suzy, look at those people. Yeah, and you see that?
I hope I can experience
that Spirit of Santos. That was the third show, and that was over 5,000 people. You got to remember something. Our music is 35 years old, 40 years old almost. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And our fans, not only in the States, we can kind of say, we know that in the States. We do these shows all the time. Nobody's let up. But these people haven't let up. And guess what? Mm-hmm. They haven't seen you yet.
No, they haven't. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully they will soon. We're working on it, right?
Well, when they see you, it's going to be so magical, and I can't wait. We talked about it. Mm-hmm. I want to bring you on, and I'm gonna get with Latif, and we're gonna crunch. Mm-hmm. We're gonna crunch the numbers, and until my eyes look at Suzy. It's summer. Did you see the last thing? We ain't negotiating nothing. Ain't nothing good.
Don't nothing move but the money.
but I always have to give I have to let everybody know. The dollar's 5 to 1. So it's painful when you say, when you say $1,000, that's $5,000 to us. So imagine you're saying 4,000, 5,000. That's like 25,000 literally to us. And every time we have to buy tickets, it's 5 times as more.
So Stevie's already setting it up.
Yeah. You're already trying to lowball me, Stevie?
No, I'm just trying. You're a New York girl. You don't play that stuff. You don't play that stuff, girl.
So have you done music, Suzy? Have you done music throughout the years? Have you been inspired to do new music, or have you pretty much just been comfortable performing the old catalog?
Yes, I'm comfortable doing that now. Like we spoke earlier, I don't perform often. Mm-hmm. I'm still raising my family. My kids are still relatively young, and they need me here. I can't be out every weekend, jet setting like I did when I was a teenager. It was, and it's crazy. I think about it. I'm like, I didn't even think twice about, flying to the West Coast, being back the next day, then flying out to Chicago the next day, and sometimes working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and sometimes Sunday. Now I do one show a month, and I'm like,
wow,
I need to sleep for 3 months after doing one show.
We got to get you some Geritol, honey. We got to get you some Geritol.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, because I've never seen you in Miami. I've never seen you perform in Miami. I'm like, why is it that I've seen every freestyle artist known to man, but I've never seen and I'm obviously this is my work lane, you know what I mean? And I've seen everybody, but I've never seen you perform at all. I'm like, she must not do a lot of shows. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. I do a handful a year. Sometimes I take a year off, right before the new year. Latif, who's my manager and booking agent, we speak, and he goes, all right, what are you doing, Suzanne? Are you working this year? Like, people are calling. You haven't been at, this state in 5 years. You haven't been here in 4 years. He's like, what are we doing? What's the plan? So I let him know usually, by January, if I plan on working, we go over how many shows I want to do, where I want to work, and we take it from there.
Well, I should feel good that you even considering coming to Brazil.
It's like a bucket list thing for me, and I feel the love from Brazil on my Instagram page all the time. And I've been telling Latif, for a couple of years, I'm like, we got to figure something out, and I need to get out there before I need a cane on stage.
I'm going to put that together. But I want to talk about is aging on the road. People don't realize that everything that all the big rock stars went through, and any that's on the road most of the time. Talk about and it could be for mental health. When I take my shows off, people thinking, but you're making a lot of money. Did you feel a need besides? I know you wanted to raise your family, and because it seems like you said that as I got to go take care of everybody else. But did you feel the need that, I need to take care of Suzy too, and not be flying every 15 minutes and risking myself and not living correctly?
Yeah, no, that's a big, right.
Well, I mean, because talk about that, why that was a factor.
Well, it was, being there for my kids. And then after doing it for so long through my teen years and my early 20s, you get tired of it after a while, and you stop enjoying it, for me. And I said, I need to slow down, and I still want to enjoy it. So if you see me doing a show, especially the past 10 years, it's because I want to be there and I'm enjoying the moment. It's not because I need to work, that, thank God I'm blessed and I don't need to. There she is with those high slits.
Hey, girl.
You look like you're always having fun when you're on stage, and that's really what it's all about.
And I am because I'm not overworked. And when I'm doing a show, rest assured, my fans and everyone, it's because I want to be there and enjoy everybody.
Well,
and it's still after all these years. Thank you. I'm sorry, Stevie. After all these years, it still blows my mind how excited people are and how the crowds are still so great. I mean, after all these years, and even if people still want to see me and still want to hire me, it's still mind blowing.
Yeah, there's no burnout there, Suzy.
No.
Now, as far as your physical fitness, like, are you like avid in the gym? Do you work out religiously during the week, or is it just genetics, man?
No,
what's going on there?
I slacked off a lot. Well, when I'm doing shows, I try to make sure that everything is in its place, and I'm dressed appropriately for my body. I always say, and I tell my daughter too, I go, dress for the body you have, not the body you want. So I try to be.
That's good advice right there.
So that means I'm
going to give that to my daughter too. Yeah, I like that advice.
No more mediums for me then.
The thing is that I'm struggling with now, as like I said, I'm almost 45, is okay, I'm middle-aged now. I'm not 20, but I'm also, I'm not in my 60s yet either. So I'm still navigating, how do I dress? I never want to look like I'm trying too hard, Yeah, so I'm still trying to stay true to myself and my style. I was always sparkly. I always liked, sexy things.
When was this video? I think
that was in Tampa. I think that was in Tampa, right?
What year was that?
22?
I think that was last year.
Or last, either 22 or 23. Yeah.
I still think you wear that dress well. I think you look very beautiful, and you're not out of time and out of place. That's all I can tell you. Everything is in proportion.
I appreciate it.
It really is, and I'm telling you, the freestyle people really kind of kept themselves pretty good.
Yes,
I mean, other genres you can see they don't look as good as us.
Yeah, but as we were saying before, the age difference. So you said you were 10 years older than everyone else. Everyone else is 10 years older than me, and I have to say, I mean, the women are beautiful, and you're right, everyone looks great.
Well, you are the young and restless of freestyle. That's all I can tell you right there.
Let's go, Stevie. You got a show coming up this weekend. Let's go ahead and play that promo real quick. Hold on.
São Brasília, o rei do funk melody mundial está chegando. Stevie B apresenta o Baile dos Sonhos. É isso mesmo, Steve B desembarca na capital federal e não vem sozinho. Shows com Trineri.
So let your body
Freestyle.
It's automatic.
E Ásia.
Baby, now and forever, won't you stay with me always?
Samuel.
Showing your face around town, I hear.
Miguel.
All I do is think about you.
Peter Fontaine.
Now you're gone forever, my love, my girl, just like the wind.
Linear. Fit Joy Restino. Bob Rum e DJ Tubarão. É sábado, 13 de janeiro, às 20 horas, na Arena BRB, ginásio Nilson Nelson. Esse baile vai ficar pra história. Ingressos à venda na bilheteria digital.
Oi, Brasília, sua vez, está chegando sábado, dia 13, em Brasília. Nilson Nelson, o Arena, lá em Brasília, vai ter Baile dos Sonhos 3. Com todo mundo, você tá vendo, sábado é sua dia 20, vai ser lá na Ilha do Governador, Rio de Janeiro, tá chegando mais uma vez lá na ilha com Baile dos Sonhos, dia 20 e dia 13, vamos lá, Felix.
Yeah, I got to tell you, man, I mean, they come out in droves out there in Brazil. It's just incredible to me, you know, how they have embraced the freestyle sound. You know what I mean? Like,
I got to tell you, it has not subsided. That's the when I speak to people now and they ask you, Stevie, what is it? Suzy talked about still being excited about doing this after so long, and I have to say, I still work a lot for many reasons, and I mean many reasons. And I mean with commas and zeros, but I still aspire for, and I'm not raising a new family too, and I know what you mean by that. My kids sacrificed a lot by not having me there, but they had the mama there, which was good. But they wanted daddy there too. They tell me that now. They're almost in their 40s, like, we wanted your ass home too. And I say I get it, but I couldn't leave that much blood on the dance floor. I couldn't.
Yeah, no.
Got to put chicken in the fridge. Chicken in the fridge.
You like that chicken in the fridge. But, I want to stay on the mental health note, and I think it's kind of good that we talk, because we could talk about charting music and where our music was and all that. But I think sometimes the people want to know about us personally and how we're doing. They want to know, and they want to know some of the dirt too. They want to know the drama. That's just the way of the world. But I think that freestyle has stayed free, no pun intended, from a lot of deep scandal. And I don't, and I think, I'm pretty sure there are certain reasons for it, but our music for the most part has been actually pretty clean.
I think so. That's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing at all. It's not a bad thing at all. And so tell us about your kids. How old are they now?
I have a 16-year-old girl and a 14-year-old boy and another 11-year-old boy.
And anybody
So
aspiring?
I still have to be driving them everywhere. No, they're not.
Are you happy about that, or you didn't mind either way?
I didn't mind either way. If it was, something that happened naturally, then fine. But no, none of them are really.
Yeah, because normally when the kids see the mama or something like that, they know you're on the road. Do they know who you are?
Yes, yeah. Especially like the past few years, that with social media and Google. My daughter's like, "Oh, why did you post that picture of me?" I'm like, "Oh my God!" Now I have to tiptoe around that and ask them, is it okay if I put a picture of you? My daughter's more. She's been more interested in coming to like local shows. Like now she wants to see what it's all about and everything. Because I never brought them when they were younger. It's just not really a place for them, and I need to focus on what I'm doing, not worrying about my children. So
and what are they?
What
are they aspiring to? I mean, what are the boy and the girl? What do they like? My daughters like certain things. My daughter can do nails, all that kind of stuff. But what are your kids? What are their things so far?
My daughter, she's an amazing artist, and she loves animals. And right now we're going to start looking at colleges for her. She's a junior in high school.
Yeah, it happens that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My oldest son is a freshman, and he's into computer science. He got accepted to the early college academy, so he'll be graduating high school with an associate's degree.
That's
so
great.
That'll be amazing. Yeah. Got a couple of little nerds, and I love it. I'm here for it. And my little guy, the 11-year-old, he's the one that's going to give me a run for my money.
The entertainer?
Yeah, he's like my dad and my brothers. No, just the loose cannon.
Okay.
The wild child.
Yes.
Well,
I have a couple wild childs.
Yeah. You and me both.
You're lucky.
Okay.
My son wants to be an MMA fighder, and I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Mama said, knock you out all over again.
So, Suzy, are you
great.
taking stuff for? Let's talk about what you got going for this year. Have you decided to work for 24?
I was talking to Latif yesterday. I haven't decided yet. But he came at me with a bunch of shows and going over them, and a lot of it's hard to say no to. Sometimes I'm like, nah, I'm gonna yeah. He's making me
Coming
laugh.
out of that,
I'm like,
coming out of that New Year's, coming out of New
it
Year's,
does. I'm not
holiday.
can't lie. Money talks, and it's always great to have extra money. Like I said, thank God I'm blessed that I don't have to work, which makes it more enjoyable. When I do a show, it's because I want to be there. And sometimes, I don't want to be Suzanne. I like to be little Suzy for the weekend. It's no matter what, that's always going to be a part of me. So even if I take off for a year here and there, then the rumor is, did she retire? If I ever retire, you'll hear it from these lips.
Gotcha.
So don't listen to the rumors. Sometimes I just don't feel like working. I want to enjoy life and my family and go to family parties. And if I'm not here on the weekends and I'm working,
now you reside in what city and state? I mean, if I may ask.
It's okay. I'm in New Jersey now. I'm here. I'm here 18 years. Yeah, since I got married.
18 years into New Jersey. Wonderful, wonderul. Well, I think it's wonderful that we have you on the show for the first time. Thank you.
Yeah, you're the first interview of 2024, so thank you for blessing us. We feel grateful. Thank you.
Thank you for having
and
me.
continue to do what you're doing. And I'm pretty sure I'll be in contact with Latif a lot faster than you think about getting you over here to Brazil. Okay, Suzy, so wonderful to see you here on Freestyling with Stevie B. My great host, DJ Felix Sama. Ladies and gentlemen, put your legs together.
Suzy.
Put your hands
so much
together for Felix.
Much love. Much love.
Take it off.